Your toes deliver them. Well, that's new. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to Doki Doki Blue Skies. You probably won't notice much of a difference, but I have been not playing this game for a while. Halloween happened and a bunch of stuff happened. So what you've already seen recorded was from a little bit early into October, and now it is officially late November. So it's been a while since I got into this. I don't really remember too much of what happened. So let's just get into it and see what's up. I think this is our last save. It's Saturday. Tonight, Yuri's coming over to cook with me, so I better make sure that everything's ready for it. She's definitely have higher expectations for me, that's for sure. Soy sauce, sesame oil, green onions, garlic. Seems like I have everything we need. The kitchen itself is, on the other hand, well, it's unkept. It says the least. When was the last time I used some of this stuff? I involuntarily grimace as I swipe a finger across the dusty surface of a pan. Definitely not a setting that Yuri would be used to cooking in. Don't get too discouraged, Salty. You'll do fine. A few minutes of blood, sweat, and tears later, everything's clean. Or, at the very least, passable. We probably won't use most of this, but with my luck, we'll need the one thing I didn't wash. Right on cue, there's a knock at the door. It's either a very polite robber or Yuri. After quickly dyeing off the last dish, I answer it. Hi, Salty. She's carrying a few bags that I assume contain groceries. Hey, Yuri, great to see you. Come on in. Hopefully binge watching various cooking shows featuring an angry chef yelling at other cooks was enough preparation for this. He's talking about Gordon Ramsay. At least it had prepared me for being yelled at for my inevitable mistakes. Pfft, Yuri yelling at me. That's like her taking out a knife and stabbing me. Yeah, like that's ever gonna happen. After seeing the groceries down on the counter, I grab a clean pan. Alright, so what shall we make first? Good question. As long as it doesn't end up with me calling on the fire department, I'm fine with whatever. She giggles slightly. Well, I believe we'll be fine. We'll be good regardless, so come on. Chuckleberry Finn. Really? She stares at me for a solid few seconds. Yeah, I would stab him for that too. What? Oh, my apologies. I didn't realize that you were a complete moron. It's alright. To be honest, it was a pretty bad joke anyway. Trying to ignore my burning face, I move the conversation along. So what do you feel like having? Would you be open to making the teriyaki salmon? Sounds good to me. We gather the ingredients and equipment together on the kitchen table. If you really want to impress a girl, you catch the salmon with your bare hands. You go outside and you go into the river. You wait there like an animal. And when it comes up, you grab it and you bite its head off. That'll really impress him. Yuri takes a deep breath and concentrates on the food in front of her. You alright, Yuri? Yeah, it's just that I haven't done this in a while. That is, cooking with someone. I can relate to that. But if you made it as much time as it sounds like you have, this should be a cinch for you. Aw, thank you for the vote of confidence. She places a scrap of paper with a handwritten note recipe onto the counter. The handwriting looks to be Yuri's, but something's different about it. It's not Yuri's, it's probably her mom's cooking. I suppose we should begin by making the sauce. Salty, could you pass me the soy sauce and sesame oil? Sure, just tell me what I have to do. Okay, could you peel and mince 2 cloves of garlic in the meantime? That's one of the few things I can actually do competently in the kitchen, so you chose a fitting job for me. Mom loves using garlic, so I've seen it cooked often enough to know what I'm doing. After peeling it, I place the garlic under the knife and crush it. Yuri's focus on her cooking is intense, to say the least. It's like how she is when she's talking about literature. One thing that amazes me is how fast and efficient her movements are. The longer we cook, the more confident she's become. It's rather difficult to keep up with how fast she's moving at times. Before I know it, the salmon marinated in the sauce and ready to be baked. Wow. You talked about how you weren't an expert, yet you're incredible. I practice. I broke Yuri. Yuri, it's alright. It's not often that I see you have so much passion for something other than literature. I'm a bit of a fan of cooking. My family has teriyaki salmon dishes every Saturday evening when I was younger, and I ended up learning from my mom how to cook it. Eventually, I practiced enough of the whole process to become a bit of a blur. Honestly, I wish I had done the same thing and learned how to make family recipes as well. My mom and my grandma have cookbooks that we use, so we could always have the family cooking. Like, you know, if we ever had wanted to retaste my mom's or my grandma's cooking again, we could just pull out those cookbooks, you know. So it's a good idea if you have family members that are really good cooking. Have them write down the recipes for you, because if they're ever gone or they can't cook anymore, you can have that with you, and you can have that memory and that taste. Because a lot of times, that memories of the good times will come back when you taste the delicious food that they used to make. So, but it's not too late for you to learn, right? That's true. Speaking of family, are you bringing some of the food back home for them as well? So I remember I told Salty not to bring that up because she's hiding it. She's hiding something. Oh, the salmon wouldn't be good by the time I return home, so you could have the leftovers. Fine by me. Anyway, could you start cooking with rice while I put the salmon in the oven? Alright, wouldn't be much of a dinner if it was just salmon. The whole kitchen smells of salmon with a subtle sweet undernote of it. Man, I wouldn't mind if my kitchen smelled like this 24/7. Maybe now that you've learned this recipe from me, you could cook it for yourself. I think I'll want to practice a few more times under your guidance before I do it myself. Anyway, let's eat. It's done smell rather appetizing. The salmon is tender and flaky when I bite into it. It comes apart with no trouble at all. Each and every chew releases a burst of umami, with the teriyaki flavor perfectly complementing the fish. Yuri, this is amazing. It's nothing really. Despite her protest, a smile spreads across her face. A few minutes later, we had our fill. I had a hard time holding myself back from eating more, but it'd be bad manners to devour everything in front of Yuri. Not really, I don't think. This is really nice. Having dinner with someone over and having someone made fresh as well. Something made fresh as well. Oh, it's quite dark outside. Wow, it's already 9. Time flies, eh? Are you Canadian, Salty, eh? I should be going now. It isn't super late, but I think she mentioned before that she wakes up early regardless of the day. Do you want me to walk you home? She shakes her head. I'll be fine, although I do appreciate the offer. I'd rather enjoy our time today, Salty. It's been a lot of fun for me too. You're more than welcome to come over anytime you want. That's much appreciated. Before I know it, she's already at the door. Oh, could you wait a moment? I believe I forgot something important. What is it? It's the paper with the recipe on it. No problem, let me go grab it for you. After a moment's searching, I spotted next to the stove. I hope it didn't phew, at least it's safe. Yeah, I was hoping it didn't caught fire or anything. As I handed it to her, I take a closer look at the recipe. Huh, your handwriting seems a little different on this note. Oh, that's because it's my mother's handwriting. Yep. Makes sense. Well, it's just as pretty as your handwriting. I suppose so. I always did admire her penmanship. She smiles to herself, a farewell look into her eyes. Well, see you Monday. My words seem to pull out of her thought. She pauses for a moment, but then smiles at me. See you then. Good job, Salty. Ooh, man. Well, that's too early of a recording, so we have to keep going. Yay. Doki Doki. We're back. It's been a while. I don't think we're doing poems anymore. Oh, we are back in the literature club, though. It's only been about a week or so I've been craving Yuri's teriyaki salmon a lot lately. So much that I apparently just stared into space thinking about it. Wonderful use of club time, Salty. Hi, Salty! That was a bunch of fun. Sayori suddenly pops up in front of me without warning. Sayori, don't do that. Do what? Say hi? Don't startle me like that. You mean don't wake me up like that, eh? Hey, I wasn't even sleeping. But you were daydreaming. That's close enough. For you, maybe. Meanie. Anyway, did you need something? So I can't just say hi now? No, you can't. I'll have you arrested if you try it from now on. You're so silly. Yeah, so what's up? Actually, I did want to ask you something. Do you want to go out with me and Natsuki after the club's over? Oh no! Oh no! Because we're gonna be like, if we do that, Yuri's gonna be like, wow, you went out with 2 chicks? And she's gonna be so pissed. And this music is loud! Okay, there you go. So what are you guys planning to do? Don't juggle 2 chicks with 1 chick and I don't know, we're gonna wing it. I guess Sayori never really was a planner. Are you sure I wouldn't be butting into whatever Natsuki wants to do with you? Come on, Salty. We haven't played together in so long. I'm sure she won't mind. Jeez, alright, I'm in. But if you have to be the one to tell Natsuki, then I'm coming along too. She does hate us. Okay, it's a deal. So I don't have a choice? Okay, everyone. I think that's it for today. Good work. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Sayori sidles up to me as I was waving goodbye to Yuri. Not gonna lie, I kinda wanted to hang out with Yuri instead. I guess I've been doing this a lot lately, and Sayori's right. It has been a while since I hung out with her. Still. I mean, yeah, don't forsake your friends, you know. Even if you're on a relationship and such, you should spend time with your friends because you're gonna be an asshole if you don't. Are you ready to go? Yeah, I guess so. Did you tell Natsuki yet? About that. Sayori. I'll do it now. Hi, Natsuki. Oh, she's gonna be pissed. Hey, let me... What was her verse? Okay. Hey... Crap. Hey, let me just make sure my manga's put away properly before we get going. By the way, can we invite Salty too? Oh, why? I shrug and smile when Natsuki narrows her eyes at me. It'll be fun, please. Fine, but only because it's you asking. Yay, let's go. Wait, I still need to check on my manga. We are in Downtown Street, apparently. That's a great name for a street. Downtown Street. This is cool, though, the artwork. Like, I'm admiring this. Looks just like Tokyo. And look, Animu! Hoa! Art! Actually, it's Mart. That's cool. I always wanted to go to Tokyo. It'd be awesome. 10 minutes of Natsuki's fussing and half an hour of walking later, we stroll through the downtown area. So, what do you guys want to do? I think Natsuki wants to buy more manga. Hey! Well, a new chapter of the manga I'm reading came out, so... To the bookstore it is, then. Huh. So, you come up here to buy your manga? They do kind of reuse a few of the new spots a little bit too much, I will admit. Got a problem with that? No, it's just that I usually go to a book... Wait, no, it's usually that I usually go to A Books for mine. A Books. Oh, I go there sometimes too, but the magazine I want to pick up today is cheaper here. She's poor. That's the thing. She's poor. She gotta count every penny. Which magazine is it? Natsuki makes a beeline to the table stacked with manga and hold up a colorful illustrated manga magazine. The character that drawn on the cover has exceedingly huge eyes and probably some big boobies. This looks like the type of thing that the Parfait Girls would have been published in. This is probably one of the best shoujo manga magazines in circulation right now. I mean, Parfait Girls was first published in this. Yep, called it. Look, it even came with a little free gift. She pointed out a small packet attached to the back. Looks like this month's issue coming with a pack of gel pens. Nice! Try to tell me that your manga can beat that. I mean, mine certainly doesn't come with gel pens. Exactly. I turned to Sayori and Natsuki, started flipping through her magazine. Do you have anything you need to look for? I don't think so. Oh wait, I actually need to buy a new copy of the English workbook. Huh? Why? Don't tell me she lost it. I lost it. Jeez, we better go looking for it then. You better not do that in college. Those textbooks are freaking ridiculously expensive. Hey Natsuki, Sayori and I are gonna go find a workbook. Have fun with that. I'm gonna be here for a while. We began walking through the aisles, scanning the titles of the books. Manga, light novels, children's fiction, adult fiction. Then we go, education. I wonder where I should get something for Yuri. Oh, I wonder if I should get something for Yuri. I would definitely be nice to be able to repay her for the copy of Portrait of Markov. What book should I get her that she hasn't read yet through? Hey, Sayori. She looks up from pursuing a table of workbooks. Has Yuri ever mentioned any books that she wants? Like ones that she hasn't bought yet? No, at least I don't remember it. She probably just buys it herself if that's what a book she was interested in. Did you want to get something for her? Yeah, I thought that I'd thank her for giving me Portraits of Markov. That's sweet of you, Salty. Oh, there it is. Sayori triumphantly picks up the book she was looking for. Anyway, if you don't know what book to get her, how about buying something else? Like what? I don't know, the bookstore sells stuff like stationery too, right? That's actually a really good idea. You should listen to me more often. I would if you always had good ideas. What? Are you saying that I don't? Hey, you're the one who said it, not me. She sticks her tongue out at me. How about helping me find the stationery section? Go and get a gift. Sometime later, we find ourselves back at the front of the store with Natsuki. Oh, there you guys are. What took you so long? We were making out in the back. It was so hot. Sorry, I was looking for something to get Yuri. I hold up a slim package wrapped in cellophane. We found some really nice heavy-duty parchment paper. It actually feels pretty satisfying to write on. I'd use it myself if it wasn't so expensive. Did you guys pay for anything? Did you guys pay for everything then? Yep, we're all good. So where are we heading next? If you guys are hungry, I know a pretty good place to get some food. Ooh, what kind of food? It's... Natsuki shoots me the briefest of glances. Well, it's this little tea and crepes place I discovered a while back. But I wouldn't expect a boy to be able to appreciate sweets. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Tea isn't even sweet, it's basically just bitter leaf juice. Oh man, don't let Uncle Iroh hear you say that. Not that kind of tea. It's the sweet kind of tea, like milk tea, you know? The type that you put into tapioca pearls in to make boba. Boba. Oh, you mean bubble tea. Oh, that's yeah. Yeah, but I like calling it boba, because that's what it's called when it comes from Taiwan. You're probably the type to watch something with subtitles because it sounds more authentic in the original language, huh? It's more authentic when it's not dubbed. Calling it boba is more Natsuki-ish. Calling it boba is more Natsuki-ish anyway, because it sounds so cute when she says it. What? I am not cute. You know, it's supposed to be a compliment when someone calls you cute. Not the way you guys say it. How else does she want us to say it? Anyway, what do you mean I wouldn't be able to appreciate it? Just because I'm a guy doesn't mean I don't like sweets. After all, I grew up with Sayori and you know how she is with them. So it's only because of me that you can appreciate them. That's not what I meant. What Sayori said does make sense. Of course you'll never reach our caliber when it comes to that stuff. But if you're already used to it because of Sayori, we might as well go. And with that, Natsuki dragged us along with her. What does knowing Sayori make me good with sweets? I don't get that. I'm not sure what kind of logic she used, but it works. She's probably just embarrassed about showing me her interest. Maybe she doesn't hang out with many guys. Looks like a McDonald's. Here it is, Hatchiful Tea. It looks like a fairly generic modern cafe. It's pretty empty right now, but I guess this time of day isn't peak rush hour for any cafe. I haven't been here too long. I haven't been here too long. Hurry up and order, guys. Hold on, we don't even know what's on the menu. If you take too long, I'm gonna order for you. Natsuki readily rattles off an order on the cashier. It's clear that she's been here more than a few times before. That's interesting. I wonder how she's able to get the money to pay for this, and considering she could have her food here, you know, her daddy ain't gonna be like taking food from her or whatever is going on in her home life. What do you think you're getting, Sayori? I don't know. What about you? I don't know either, really. Jeez, don't you dare do that thing where you stand there indecisive for like half an hour. The tone of her voice is as bossy as ever, but there's a surprisingly big smile on her face. She's happy here. She's relaxed. Even Natsuki can't keep up the act forever, huh? Alright, I'm just gonna go with this. Before we know it, we all sat around a table with our drinks in hand. Natsuki got some kind of rose milk tea with heart-shaped strawberry jelly. That drink was definitely made for her. Meanwhile, Sayori and I ordered a passion fruit slushie and a green tea mango drink. Ew, that sounds gross. Respectively. Whoa, this is so good. No wonder you like this place so much. Yeah, I think I have to come back here on my own time. And that's why you trust in my taste. She stumbles through her manga as she takes a sip of her drink. That reminds me, what manga are you catching up on? Oh, whoops. Whenever I come here, I usually have new manga with me, so I get in the habit of reading while drinking. That's fine. I can understand how eager you must be to start the chapter. Yeah, it's so frustrating to have to wait a month for the next one. And don't get me started on hiatuses. I know. High School of the Dead, come on. They said they're going to pick it back up. The original writer died. It sucks. But it's supposedly going to be continued. Will they stop the anime? My goodness, like what's going to go on? Hey, manga artists are humans who need breaks too, you know. They also die and leave their works unfinished. I know, but I wish I could just buy the manga all at once. Anyway, this one about a girl who discovers their guardian character that can unlock people's true potential. Her character design is really nice too. She holds up her manga and points at one of the characters. It's a girl with shoulder-length layered hair clad in a school uniform that fashioned in a tomboyish manner, complete with a tie and a random belt. Or rainbow belt. I've always liked those kinds of visual key-ish designs, like the kind of glamorous and yeah, but super cool. Really? I always thought you liked manga with cuter looking characters. Well, I mean, I do like cute characters, but I also like cool ones. If you like that kind of fashion, why don't you try dressing up that way? Do you know how hard it is to change your style? You could do the cosplay. I mean, Japan is very embracive of cosplay, and a Western audience is starting to get really more into it too. So it's catching on. To be honest, I kind of want to do what. To be honest, I kind of do want to try it out at least once, but it feels so weird to dress differently. It's like I'm already too comfortable with my current clothes to change. Plus, I feel like it's out of character for me now at this point. What do you mean? Okay, have you ever watched the anime Rose Revolution? No, can't say I have. Me either. Well, it's pretty old, so that's to be expected. But for now, all you need to know is that the main character is a girl named Utena, and her best friend is a girl named Wakaba. So Utena is the coolest of the cool. She's a girl, but she wears a boy's uniform and even has a fan club of girls at school. So it's kind of like the Maid anime that I watched not too terribly long ago. Turns out it was a girl dressed up as a guy. It was a reverse trap anime. Meanwhile, her best friend is super cutesy and girly and really depends on Utena for things. You can possibly guess that she wears a girl's uniform. It'd be really weird for Utena and Wakaba to swap uniforms, right? Well, I haven't watched the anime, so I don't know how they really look, but I think I get what you mean. But you're not a character in an anime, Natsuki. Can you change? But you're not a character in an anime, Natsuki. Technically, she's in a visual novel. Can't you change if you want to? Not like immediately, though. Plus, you know there's gonna be a bunch of people judging you for it. Sometimes facing judgment for the sake of change is worth it, though. Yeah, anyway, it's not like I dislike cute clothes. I'm not dumb, you know. I picked out my clothes because I thought they looked cute, and I like cute things. But I don't want to be a Wakaba. I just wish that could be as cool as Utena. She's so independent and strong. I think I understand how you feel. Want to be dependent on rather than dependent on others. Man, when did this conversation get so serious? Natsuki, if you want, we could go clothes shopping sometime. Then you could try out different styles and see if there's anything you like. Maybe. There's an uncertain tone in her voice, but Natsuki smiles and is genuine. If you go clothes shopping with Sayori, she's just gotta let you say you look good and everything. Hey, there's nothing wrong with a little positivity. There's something you really gotta learn, Salty. Pfft, what about Natsuki, huh? I'm positive that I'm more positive than you, Salty. I roll my eyes at that. This has been so fun, guys. We should do this more often. Yeah, I think I have to go now, though. Can't be late for dinner. You stopped off here to eat and drink and then go to get dinner? She might be using that as an excuse, or the whole father starving her daughter thing might not be accurate in this version. I guess we should go too then. Are you going out to eat? Nah, I just don't want to miss my dad's cooking. Okay then, do you want us to walk you back? I'm good. See you at school. Exchanging goodbyes, Sayori and I began walking back. Honestly, those are more fun than I expected. Although it was really nice. Why can't I speak? 1 second. I'm gonna take a sip. Today's flavor is coconut pineapple, and it's disgusting. I do not prefer this. This is the only one I got. Oh, it's so sour. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Rich, try holding it in. Although it was really just Natsuki leading us around on her personal routine, we had nice conversations together. Plus, I got to buy something for Yuri. Hope she appreciates the stationery. It really did take a huge chunk out of my pocket money. Ha 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 ha. Wow, the chapters are getting smaller and smaller. Yeah, don't complain about your money situation to a girl. That really is a turnoff. Don't be like, I got you this even though it took a chunk out of my money. Yeah, don't do that. I idly twirled my pen around my fingers, sighing at the blank piece of paper in front of me. You'd think that with all the poems I've written so far, it'd be pretty easy to start on yet another one. But I've been having trouble getting an inspiration writing a horror-themed poem. Oh, we're doing the Halloween thing! Shit, I wish we had done this before. Oh well. In order to celebrate Halloween, Monica asked us to write a themed poem. We're supposed to have some kind of Halloween party as well. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm looking forward to it. I did watch a horror anime to get in the mood, but I'm not sure of it. I recommend Higurashi. It's got the new anime out now too, and it's been awesome. But I'm not sure if it's helped much. Don't get me wrong, it was a great bit of surreal horror media. The sound design successfully created tension that kept stacking up over time, and the graphics were quite creepy as well. They were done in the style of old paper puppet crafts, that's weird, leading an air of mystery and age to the story. Despite all this though, my mind still draws a blank when I confront the paper in front of me. It doesn't help that I hardly get any sleep last night either. It's hard to shake off the feeling of exhaustion. I don't want to procrastinate too much, but come on. I like the song. I've got to think of something. How in the world does Stephen King do it? Alright, it's getting a little bit late, but it probably won't hurt to go out and walk around for a few minutes. Exercise can energize you, right? I could always pick up a can of coffee or tea anyway. Plus, something might come to me while I'm walking. That is a good way to get your creative juices flowing. Go on for a walk or something, or even play a video game or watch some anime. And usually when you're relaxing, stuff comes to you more likely. So it's pretty cool. As I make my way outside, I see stars here, and they're beginning to emerge from the darkened sky. It looks like there might be a small chance of rain and a bit nippy as well. I don't think if it's anything I have to worry about though. What a good place to go for poetry inspiration. I stretched languidly as I strolled past a set of train tracks. Horror. Is there a graveyard around here somewhere? That's a little freaky. If I recall correctly, it's a quick walk away from where I'm at. You live near a graveyard? I know a lot of people do, but that's kind of freaky. It probably seriously creeped me out, but art requires sacrifice. Nice gate. Oh, good burp. Okay, I held it in. Nope, here it comes. Okay. A few minutes later, I spot the wrought iron gate to the cemetery. It's quite dark as there aren't any lights, but I can still make out the dark green of the ivy snaking up the iron fence, as well as a flash of violet just inside the gate. Wait a minute. Violet! Hey, Yuri! She seems to panic for a moment after noticing me, but quickly regains her composure as we approach each other. She's visiting her parents' grave. Hi, Salty. I didn't see you there. Sorry if I startled you now. Oh, it's no bother. Wait, why is Yuri visiting the graveyard? Oh! Hey Yuri, were you trying to find inspiration for your Halloween poem too? Okay, he is so dense. He is laughably dense. He is very much like an anime protagonist. She glances around for a minute as if processing my question, like, is he really this stupid? Am I really turned on by this moron? Yeah, that's right. I'm assuming you're doing the same? Yeah. Guess great minds think alike. Yuri gives a little chuckle at that. I was thinking of getting something to drink too. Want to come with me? Well, it is getting a bit late. Oh, no problem. I'm just planning on grabbing a tea or coffee from the store for a minute. I say, in that case, I could probably keep you company for a bit. Smiling at each other, we start making our way to the shopping district. Yuri, I think you have something on your shoe. It's a dog crap. Is that so? We slow to the shop as she bends down to pick something off of her shoe. Is that a rose petal? Where did that come from? Must have come from some of the flower arrangement back in the cemetery. Makes sense. It's nice to know that people's graves are being tended in there. I agree. Being forgotten by your loved ones isn't a very comforting thought. Were you walking around there for a while? For a little bit. I had some trouble setting on a certain theme from a poem. That's a surprise, considering how much you love horror. You would think so, but it's difficult to pick one comprehensive theme when there's so many to choose from. So what'd you end up deciding on? Well... Would it be alright with you if I kept it a surprise for now? Yeah, sure, I can respect that. It's raining! As we pass by a row of small shops and cafes, a few drops of water splash onto my face. Oh, that was really raining. The droplets soon increase in size and frequency, and before we know it, we've caught in a downpour. Should have brought an umbrella after all. Do you want to head inside somewhere? Yes, please. We jog up to the convenience store, the cold rainwater splashing up at our ankles as we slosh through the puddles. The entrance under the awning is thankfully drawing, the yellowing light inside comforting in the rain. Pushing the door open, we met with a small tinkling of a bell. Hey! It's where we get the gay beer! Let's see, where's the drink section? Oh, I think I see it at the back. I follow Yuri to a drink cooler, filled with a colorful array of bottles and cans. What are you in the mood for? She pops up at the door and grabs a bottle of green tea. While I usually prefer my tea freshly made, the occasional chilled bottle of tea is a nice change of pace. Yeah, it does kind of change the taste when it's hot versus when it's cold. The iciness of cold tea could give it a certain sweetness. We continue our conversation as we take our drinks to the register. Doesn't seem like the rain's letting up. We'd probably get soaked if we go out now. But we should really be getting back. Over on the other side of the store, I spot a stand carrying a few umbrellas. How about we buy an umbrella then? It's definitely beats getting sick while trying to go home. I suppose we can do that. Stepping away from my counter, I grab a plain black umbrella as Yuri grabs a striped one. Whoa, what are you doing? Buying an umbrella. Are we just gonna share one? I'd save us some money. Are you sure? I don't want to be a bother. It'd be unfair to ask you to pay for it too. Don't worry about it. I've been needing a new one anyway. So sly. I should have named him Sly Salty. There's no need for us to buy two when there's just one that will work. That's true. Alright, thank you for being so considerate. She visits with her hair as she says this. A blushing creeps across her cheeks. Man, shy girls are seriously cute. No problem. It's still raining pretty hard. I believe that the bus should be here in a minute. Don't you usually walk around town? Yeah, but she don't want to walk in this. Yes, but the weather. Oh, right. Let's head to the stop so we don't miss it then. After unfolding the umbrella, I'll wait for Yuri to join me under it. She's not coming closer, though, instead elected to stand still, staring at her feet. Is something wrong? No, I'm fine. She inches towards me until there's only a few inches between us. Let's go. Oh, salty. We make our way to the bus stop. Once there, I open up my bottle of tea. It's probably not the best weather to drink ice-cold tea, but I already bought it. Hey, Yuri. Yeah? I meant to ask earlier, but how do you learn to make tea? It's not such an interesting story. Come on, I want to know. I want to get to know you better. And given that tea is such an integral part of your character, I feel like I should know more about what it means to you. Integral part of my character? I mean, you're passionate about tea, aren't you? I suppose so. But I do have other interests too, you know. Yeah, I was just joking. I guess it wasn't a very good joke. No, you're fine. It's just not very good with you. I'm just not very good with humor. Yuri sighs, looks up at the sky. My mother was the one who taught me how to make tea. Oh, that makes sense. She was the one who helped teach you how to cook, after all. Yeah, that's right. I believe I was just about to finish primary school when I first tried to make tea. Of course, I didn't go about making it all at once, but over time she led me to do more and more. She taught me how to prepare tea in all manners of ways, from Western to Eastern styles. You'd be surprised at how many different infusers, strainers, and teapots she owned. Sounds like it's a major hobby for her. It definitely was. My mother even eventually taught me how to properly perform a tea ceremony. Dang, seriously? Why aren't you in club for that then? I don't know. I was just always intimidated by the idea of actually performing it in front of other people. So they actually have clubs about tea in Japan. They're really obsessed with their tea, aren't they? There's so many ways you can mess up. But they always seem really graceful to me. Well, I'm glad you didn't join the tea ceremony club, though, because otherwise I wouldn't have met you. I'm glad, too. She blushes and looks down again, smiling at her shows. I'm not as grateful as you may think, though. I kind of find that hard to believe. You just haven't seen me make many mistakes yet. There was one time. I wasn't careful enough when handling the hot tea kettle one day, and nearly spilled it onto myself. My mother realized what was happening and put her hand over the spout to keep it from burning me. But because of that, she ended up with burns on her hands. For a while, I just felt so awful for allowing my ineptitude to hurt my mother. I didn't touch the tea kettle again for quite a while. Over time, however, I ended up becoming interested in tea again. Well, I'm glad you got back into it. Yuri being clumsy isn't something I'm not used to. Isn't something that I'm used to. When she's calm, she's so elegant. Yeah, I am too. Your mom sounds really nice, by the way. I shiver a bit as the wind buffets my body, whipping my clothes around me. Thankfully, the bus shows up a moment later, its bright headlights heralding its arrival. Uh-oh. This is where we're going to catch the COVID. We stumble abroad and manage to find seats next to each other. Yuri moves her arms to her sides, letting out a deep breath and looking out of the night sky behind the window. The passing streetlights reflect off her eyes, shining gold over the violets of her irises. Sinking low into a seat, I sigh in contentment. Even though we aren't talking, it still feels nice just to be close to her. After a minute, Yuri signals her oncoming stop. As I stand up to exit the bus with her, Yuri stops me. You really don't have to walk me all the way back. Is it that it's out of your way? Yeah, but I want you to get sick. I brought the umbrella too. I brought the umbrella to share with you the full way. Come on, I insist. I gently pull Yuri along with me, opening the umbrella as we leave. Thank you. You're welcome. It's quite serene now. The rain has lined up to a pitter-patter, and the occasional breeze gently rushes the trees around us. Salty? Yes? Do you ever notice how the light is when it's raining? What do you mean? Well, she looks around for a moment, then points at a street lamp down the street. Whenever it's rained, it's almost like the properties of light are all completely changed, and it's especially obvious at night. Now that she mentions it, the light does seem a bit different. It's something I think about that I noticed subconsciously, but never really paid any attention to it. A cold gust blows by, causing Yuri and I to huddle closer together. Oh man. Our shoulders are touching by this point, providing a small smidgen of warmth. Yuri doesn't seem to notice, or at least she's acting like she doesn't. But it might just be that she's lost in her thoughts right now. She's been doing this more and more frequently. It's been nice to see her really open up to me. Yeah, it's almost like the lights are glowing. Well, of course light glow, but it's, I don't know, blurry. Yuri nods her head. The way the light bounces off each individual droplet seems to create a sort of halo around the street lamp. At times it almost looks like the light's dancing around in the air as it refracts through the rain. It's as if the lights are spirits burning out their life force like fireflies. Well, that's deep. Showing that not all the world is darkness. Huh. I never thought of it like that before. My words are met with a faint smile. Ever so often I wonder if the lights in the distance are friendly will-o-wisps. I wonder if they're guiding me somewhere, urging me towards some far-off destination, one step at a time. It's unnerving when they suddenly disappear right before you. When something cuts off their connection to the world, leaving everyone being guided in the dark. It's when that happens that you realize what you've been taking for granted. You're going to begin to truly appreciate how welcoming the warmth was, in contrast to the new, chilling darkness. Yeah, you can feel kind of lonely when you're walking by yourself in the dark. Not to mention, it's kind of dangerous to do so. You haven't been doing that a lot lately, have you? Don't worry, I haven't. Well, good. If you want to walk around at night, just ask me and I'll be there. Plus, it feels a lot less lonely when you're walking around with friends. Even if you're lost in the dark, if you have friends by your side, you'll at least be able to trust that someone's going to stick by you. Probably just me, but it feels like Yuri and I are a bit closer than we were before. I'm about to open my mouth to speak again when she abruptly comes to a stop, nearly causing me to trip. We're at a quiet intersection that I'm not too familiar with. Well, Salty, thank you for accompanying me on the way home. Aren't I walking all the way back with you? You wouldn't want to get wet now, right? I mean, the rain's letting up quite a bit by now. Really, I wouldn't want you to go too far on your way out. Are you sure? Yeah, I am. Thank you for the offer, though. All's good. It's been my pleasure. You're right. It is less lonely walking with friends. Her smile sends a light wave of warmth through my body. Yeah, it was. Well, see you tomorrow, then. Goodbye, Salty. Another chapter. Wow. We got through quite a bit of this. Doki Doki jumps. Achoo! I told you were going to catch the COVID. Okay. Guys, I think that's going to be it for this night. I hope you all are enjoying this. I will see you all in the next one, okay? You all take care. Well, then we'll see what's going on with Salty. I guess she's going to die from the COVID. Bye-bye.